Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. It's nice to have you again.
Thank you,
How do
mystery
you
woman.
feel a night or 2 nights after the very first eviction?
Wow. It almost feels like there hasn't been an eviction.
It's surreal, isn't it?
Honestly. When they called out my name, that I should go backstage. In fact, when they called out my name, I wasn't sure why they were calling out my name. So I was a bit tense. Immediately, I was told to go backstage. I just ran off the stage. I was so elated. It was a nice feeling.
Did you have a good performance? How do you rate your own performance? Because I saw a violin on the stage while you were performing, but there was no action.
Yes.
What happened there?
So I did not rehearse to play with the violin.
Okay.
I would have liked to play, but it wasn't in tune with the music that I was playing. And so, because my song was about my various talents, I decided to bring the different instruments that I know how to use onto the stage. So I brought my violin. I don't know if you saw rollerblades as well. My rollerblades were also on the stage.
I may have missed that.
Yeah,
they were.
Also, yeah, they
so
were.
You were going to skate?
Yes, but the stage
No
is the friction on the stage was not conducive for that, so I couldn't.
I see.
Yeah.
So you do have many talents.
Yes, I do.
What other talents do you have that we don't know of?
I can do a handstand. I guess that's also a talent.
Are you athletic?
I'm very athletic.
I
am on the badminton team with the University of Ghana school team. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
How do you make all the time? Aren't you a doctor?
Yes, I'm a veterinary doctor in training.
How do you make the time to do all that?
Well, I love to do a lot of activities, and for me, it's all about balance. I have to find a way to create balance in my life because I don't like to lead a boring life. And so I like to include a lot of different activities. I manage my time. I hardly sleep, honestly. I have very little sleep, but for me, it's very rewarding and fulfilling. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I would like to see you play sometime. Maybe I should speak to your chaperone and come.
Yes, actually come over. Maybe one of my upcoming performances I would play. Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yes, I would include that for you.
It's good to know. It's good to know. I mean, a little bird told me that you don't cook very much. Do you cook at all?
Oh, okay. So here in the house, I've been in the kitchen a few times, and I mostly tend to be the sous chef. I'm the one who normally cuts up all the vegetables. Yes, washing the dishes. It's not that I don't cook. It's not that I can't cook, but I think I mentioned on New Day last time that everyone has a different way that they do things. And in the eyes of the other girls,
I don't like your style.
Yes, my style is always the least preferred. And so I just have regulated myself to the backbench, and I enjoy it there. Yeah.
What would you rather eat, home cooked food or takeout?
Takeout.
This is brutally honest.
Yeah, takeout. I love my Burger King nuggets, I can't make them myself. I don't know their formulas, so I love them a lot.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about something more serious because I mean I don't live with you. You don't even know me, but I know a lot about what goes on in your house. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, trust me. And I know that some of the girls have said some hurtful things to you. And the feedback that I'm getting is that you're not confrontational at all. You just tolerate these things and move on. How are you able to do that?
Okay, that's very true. I've never been a confrontational person. I don't know why. I don't know.
But you need to address some issues sometimes.
You see, for me, I don't know, some people might see things and be like, oh, this thing you have to react, like she disrespected you, but I don't see it that way. For me, I believe that if it's important to me, I will call it out, but if I don't feel like it deserves my regard, it's very difficult for me to now broach the subject, and for me, peace is more important than confrontation.
So would you rather make peace, or you just let things slide until the tension sizzles out.
Yeah, I prefer to let the tension sizzle out and then later approach the subject. Yeah, I've done that a few times.
So then, are you willing to share anything that's happened in the house that you haven't addressed?
Do I have to mention names?
No, you don't.
Okay, then I can share one like
Right.
that. So I noticed some tension between me and another queen. I noticed that there were a few side glances here and there, a few outbursts when there shouldn't have been. And every time I noticed them, I didn't comment on that. I just held back. So there was a day that I realized that we had built some rapport to an extent. We had been laughing for a while before. And then I broached the subject with her that I've noticed that there has been some tension between us. And she actually acknowledged that yes, that there were a few reasons why this and that were happening. And I told her that, oh, but you should know that that shouldn't be my burden to carry. And we resolved it right there then. If I had approached the subject at the time when tempers were flaring, it would have probably been another situation. And in that moment, I didn't need to broach the subject because I wouldn't have gotten the hair that I know to talk to and come to a solution. So I guess that's why I go about things the way I do.
Well, I mean, I hope this approach works for you. You look like it does.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love it, honestly.
I see.
Yeah.
Very well. Have you had any issues with your significant other at home because of this nonchalant way of dealing with things? Because, I mean, some people like to call it out as it is.
Yes, so I'm not currently in a relationship. I've been in 2 relationships, and both of them, we never fought. And
you won't even give the
yes,
fight?
yes, no, we don't need to fight. And no one ever understands. It's not that I don't come out with things I disagree with, but I just prefer to do it in a calmer manner than to have raised voices and tempers flaring. I find it very difficult to be at peace in such situations. Maybe it's because of where I'm coming from. That's why I don't like loud exchanges between people. And then you need to come to an amicable solution.
You seem to have this all covered. Like you know what you're doing.
Yes.
Right, so tell us, what are some of your ambitions? I know you're a doctor trainee.
Yes,
but
yes.
Tell us, are you going to specialize? What's the plan for the next, let's say, 5 years?
Okay, so
I mean, including being queen, that is if you win.
Yes, when I win. My focus is actually on animal welfare, especially in the country. That's my vision. Currently, I'm working on rabies because rabies is endemic in Ghana. Unfortunately, we've not been able to tackle rabies the way other countries in the world have been able to. And we can do it, actually. It's not that difficult to do. All we need is dedicated people who are willing to do the work and a dedicated stream of income. And rabies can be eradicated by 2030. It's possible with the World Health Organization and the World Organization for Animal Health's goals, which I do believe in. Now, animal welfare for me is very important because I believe that people take in pets, companion animals into their lives. It's a personal decision that people choose to make. So if you decide to make that decision, you should be able to take care of the animal's needs without somebody having to tell you about it. It's I think right from childhood, yeah. Yeah, there was one, yeah.
Have you had dogs or cats or?
Yes, so I have 2 18-year-old dogs.
No.
Yes,
18.
18. Wow. 18. They're still with me. I hope they haven't died and my mom hasn't told me about it, but I'm looking forward to going back to them at home. Yeah.
I hear that your parents are pastors.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yes, they are.
How have you coped with that?
Oh, it's very fun, I won't lie, because I believe that them being pastors gives me a religious and moral background. I'm not saying other people that don't come from pastoral homes don't have that, but having that experience every day, growing up with your Bible, with memory verses, with moral values, I think that's very helpful in my life. Yeah.
See, so you haven't had any struggles. Did you ever go through the puberty point where you rebelled just a little bit?
Oh, okay. So rebellion, maybe that's me now. Because my parents initially did not want me to be here. Yes, but my parents also know me. I don't know if I can call it rebellion. I'm just a little bit strong-willed.
Like tough?
Yes. I when I have an idea, I like to do a lot of stuff. And when I have an idea in head, I want to execute it within the next 30 seconds. And so sometimes it's very difficult to keep up with me on that basis. And
I see, no patience.
Yes. I love to execute what I love to do.
Right. So you seem to have quite the nice smile. What have the girls said about your smile? Are some people jealous of it?
I don't know if I could call it jealousy, but they seem to think it's fake because I can hold my smile for very long. I have a trick that I use. I put my tongue between my teeth anytime I smile to remind myself that I should hold the smile. So it's like,
it's like a trick of some sort.
Yes. But it's the same smile I use all the time. It's not a different smile.
Well, you fooled everybody. I've had fun with you, Aiko.
I have had fun with you.
Thanks for coming through.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, you may take your leave.
Thank you so much.
The next contestant is coming through. Place you now.
Thank you.
So enjoy and good luck for today.
Thank you.
The goddess was beautiful as you. She's a queen. Oh, she's a backbone of her home. Winding up to be a ruler, a mother, a warrior. She's a warrior.